Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I am a recovery coach and also the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. As an addiction recovery coach, I want to share this about substance abuse. And mind you, I want to be crystal clear to leave an everlasting impact upon you. Just imagine being buried alive. You're just laying in that coffin, but you know you are alive. You don't know how to open that coffin and push the enormous weight of the dirt off the lid. But you also think about banging on the coffin, so maybe you can unsettle the dirt that's upon the lid so that maybe someone up there might notice and start digging their way down to help you. That is what it's like to find yourself at the lowest point of alcohol and drug addiction. You know you need help, you know you can't do it on your own, but you don't know where to turn to get that help. In reality, there are probably people standing right up there by their grave, but you just don't know that. You think you're just going to die. Usually, though, people don't think of death when they're habitually using drugs. In order to feed an addiction, you have to be good at repressing the fear of death. I often ask you, my audience, did it ever cross your mind before you used that you just might overdose? And it's bad enough you'd lose your life, but look at all the people you would leave behind. With this, I just want to leave you with this last thought. Don't be that person in the coffin banging on the lid hoping that someone might hear you. Take the first step today. Get a hold of me at 844-405-HELP at the Take Your Life Back Today show. Let me help you take your life back, folks, for your life is gone. You can also reach out to people like Larry Geis from the Geis Academy at 516-458-2741. That's 516-458-2741. Larry Geis is an addiction recovery coach, a life coach. He will help you with today's plans and planning for the future. He doesn't want to know where you came from because it doesn't matter. You are here now reaching out for help to either Larry Geis or to myself, and we want to plan your today and plan a brighter, productive future for you. Get a hold of Larry Geis at the Geis Academy at 516-458-2741. You can also go and Google him at www.odysseyconsultant.com. Let Larry Geis help you take your life back. Folks, I want to make sure that everyone gets to see my videos nice and clear, so what better way than to get that new pair of glasses from globaleyeglasses.com. Go to www.globaleyeglasses.com. Let them focus on saving you money. I have over 30 years experience in the optometry business, so I will help you. If you reach out to me, you can text me at 631-599-0218, or you can give me a call at 844-405-HELP, and I will help place the order. I will help you select a nice frame, whether it's metal, plastic, half frame, or full frame, and the proper lenses, whether it's no-line bifocal, progressives, line bifocals, transition, photochromatics, polarized lenses, coatings such as UV coating, anti-reflecting coating, and scratch coating, all available at globaleyeglasses.com. Let them focus on saving you money. Mothers, fathers, parents. Yesterday, as you know, I did a special about tips for teens, how teenagers need to know how bad drugs and alcohol are for them. Don't think you're getting out of this one, parents, because today, 7 tips for parents of adult addicts so that you know what needs to be done. Before a child is born, most parents are already carrying a heavy, heavy burden. They recognize that a great deal of responsibility comes with bringing up a child and bring the child into the world, and typically believe that every choice they make from the moment of conception onwards is going to play a huge role in how their child turns out. For the most part, they might be right. Some choices made during pregnancies can definitely influence a child's psychological and health future. Consuming alcohol, using drugs, and other medications, eating nutritiously, among others, can all influence the health of the unborn child. However, as of the moment of conception, under unique personality characteristics and psychological potentials are already pretty much fixed into that child, regardless of pre- and post-birth parenting choices that are made. If you are a mother or a father of a child who is not making the choices that are necessary for a sound future, this can be a heavier burden than any other any of the earlier ones you carried in the beginning. When your child was young and misbehaved, you probably knew how to discipline your child. Whether the effect was lasting or not, you probably felt that at least you were doing something productive to help the child. As an adult, your child is no longer legally your responsibility, but you may actually feel a heavier burden of social and emotional responsibility for him or her. Two essential truths. Okay, the first truth is that we all make mistakes as parents. Yes, it is true. Good parents are not perfect parents. All of us could do better as parents in some way or another, but once a child is grown, you cannot have a redo or an undo in parenting. The second truth is that once a child is an adult, they have all the power they need in their lives to make smart decisions. As an adult, children have no right whatsoever to blame their parents for decisions they are making today, but they do that quite often, especially on some of those TV shows. A wonderful perk of adulthood is the adults gets to take the responsibility for themselves and make their own decisions. And most behaviors are choices: sobriety or stupidity, addiction or detox, fighting or loving, honesty or deceit, working or slacking, building up or tearing down. Here are 7 suggestions for coping. Number 1, remind your child that it is their choices, not yours, that place them in the circumstances they are currently surround themselves in. Emphasize that it is their conscientious decisions, not just happenstance or bad luck, that led them to the place that they are presently. Interventions can be effective when you let your child know that their bad behaviors affects everyone in the family and in his or social professional constellation as well. One of the most important aspects of an intervention is one of the family's steps towards a healthy family again. It is a sign that the family is moving into the recovery process. Suggestion number 2, offer assistance and support only to the degree that you are financially able, and that will move your child towards a better life. Don't give money that you know will take them further down the road of bad behavior, otherwise known as enabling. Some people suggest that parental funding be tied to a child's good faith efforts to improve their situation. Suggestion number 3, offer to help your child find support services, but don't blame yourself if they refuse to use them. You cannot help someone who does not want to help themselves. Suggestion number 4 is love your child, but remember that loving your child does not mean enabling your child. It means holding him accountable for his or her behavior and refusing to allow him or her power to dismantle and destroy the family. Suggestion number 5, do not assume that you can rescue your adult child. That is simply not possible, and attempts to do so are definitely not the way to encourage and teach your child to be responsible as an adult. Number 6 suggestion, protect yourself and the rest of your family. Not every adult has to hit rock bottom before turning around her life or his life, so do not allow your child to bring you or your family to a rock bottom either. No longer is rock bottom seen as a necessary starting point for changing an addict's life. Your family does not need to hit rock bottom before getting stronger either. Suggestion number 7, love yourself. Parents truly do the best they can, but should not hold themselves accountable for the poor choices of their adult children. Once you become a parent, the role has no end point. However, the responsibilities of the role definitely shift over time as the child matures. They lessen, not expand. Loving yourself and expecting your limits will keep you from spiraling down as a result of your child's irresponsible choices. Is alcohol a problem for your family of origin? How did alcohol or drug addiction affect you and your siblings growing up? How does it affect those relationships today? Share your sibling stories with me for an upcoming video by going to www.takeyourlifebacktodayshow.com and leaving a message in the comment box, or you can email me directly at Ralf, R-A-L-F, at takeyourlifebacktodayshow.com. ralffriedrichs.info.com, or you can text me at 631-599-0218. These were 7 tips for parents of adult addicts. Remember, before a child is born, most parents are already carrying a heavy burden upon themselves. They recognize a great deal of responsibility comes with bringing a child into the world, and typically believe that every choice they make from the moment of conception onwards is going to play a role in how the child turns out. For the most part, they might be right, but some choices made during pregnancy can definitely influence a child's physiology and future health. Consuming alcohol, using drugs, and some other medications, eating nutritiously, among others, can all influence the health of your unborn child. However, as of the moment of conception, some unique personality characteristics and psychological potentials are already pretty much fixed into the child, regardless of pre- and post-birth parenting choices that were made by you. If you are the mother or the father of an adult child who is not making choices that are necessary for a sound future, this can be a heavier burden than any of the earlier ones you might have carried. When your child was young and misbehaved, you probably knew how to discipline your child, whether the effect was lasting or not. You probably felt that at least you were doing something to help that child. As an adult, your child is no longer legally your responsibility, but you may actually feel an even heavier burden of social truths, emotionally responsibility for him or her. 2 essential truths to this matter is, okay, the first truth is that we all make mistakes as parents. We just do that automatically. Yes, it is true. Good parents are not perfect parents, like anything else in life. All of us could do a better job in some way than we probably do. But once a child is grown, you cannot have the redo or the undo. The second truth is that once a child is an adult, they have all the power they need in their lives to make smart decisions. And as adult children, they have every right to make the decisions as much as they have every right and every responsibility to take full responsibility. A wonderful perk of adulthood is that the adults gets to take responsibility for themselves and make their own decisions. And most behaviors are choices: sobriety or stupidity, addiction or detox. I don't agree with that, because I do think that addiction is not a choice I don't for 1 minute believe that I made a choice to be an alcoholic. I think that's something. I made the choice to find help. I made the choice to live in sobriety. Fighting or loving, honesty or deceit, working or slacking, building or tearing down. Those are choices, but I don't believe addiction or detox. Yes, detox is a choice, but addiction is not a choice. These are the 7 suggestions for you, parents, for me as a parent, to cope. Remind your child that it is their choices, not yours, that place them in the circumstances that currently surround them. Let them know that. Number 2 is offer assistance and support only to a degree that you are financially able and that will move your child towards a better life, and do not enable with your money. Number 3 is offer to help your child find support services such as AA, NA, rehab centers, but don't blame yourself if they refuse to use them. Number 4, love your child, but remember that loving your child does not mean enabling your child. It means holding him accountable for his behavior and refusing to allow him the power to destroy and dismantle your family. Number 5, do not assume that you can rescue your adult child. That is simply not possible, and attempts to do so are definitely not the way to encourage your adult children, to take full responsibility. Number 6, protect yourself and the rest of the family. Not every adult child has to hit rock bottom before turning around her life. So you don't allow your child to bring you and your family to hit rock bottom. If it can happen before hitting rock bottom, so be it. Number 7 is love yourself. Parents truly do the best they can, but should not hold themselves accountable for poor choices of their adult children. Once you become a parent, the role has no end point. However, the responsibilities of the role definitely shift over time as the child matures. They lessen, not expand. Loving yourself and expecting your limits will keep you from spiraling down as a result of your child's choices. Folks, is alcohol a problem in your family of origin? Are you battling or someone in your family battling with addiction? How did alcohol or drug addiction affect you and your siblings growing up? How does it affect those relationships today? Are there signs? Is the link in the chain hopefully broken? Share your siblings and your stories with me for an upcoming video by calling me at 844-405-HELP, texting me at 631-599-0218, or send me an email at Ralf, R-A-L-F, at Take Your Life Back Today Show. Folks, it's that simple that we as parents are going to make mistakes just as much as your teens make mistakes. But every mistake is a learning experience, and it's the mistakes that we don't learn from, that we do over and over and over again, that becomes equivalent to addiction, because we are addicted to repeating our mistakes without learning what those mistakes were. Let today be the first day of a new life, whether it's dealing with your own addictions or dealing with a loved one or even a child's addictions. Unite your family, not to gang up on the addicted in your family, but to help and throw a life preserver of support to that family member. And what better way to do that than to reach out to people like Larry Geis at 516-458-2741. He's a life coach, an addiction recovery coach. People like myself, also as an addiction recoverer. Reach out to all of us that are out here as crutches to lean on for you or your family. A sober today promises, I promise, a better tomorrow for you. But you have to take it one day at a time, 24 hours at a time. Repeat that each and every day, and you'll find that you will learn how to live a sober life. You will learn how to live in recovery. Find a passion to get your mind off the drugs and the alcohol. Create a blog, create videos. Go to homeless shelters, go to jails and witness. Go to hospitals, nursing homes. Find something that you know that by helping other people, you're helping yourself, like I do with my videos. At 712 videos, it's a lot of work, yes, but this is my rehab, folks. Don't you get it? This is my rehab. When I try to help you, I help me. And when I start thinking positive each and every day, I receive positive results. So can you. I hope to God, no matter where you are watching me, that you have the best day of your life. But I hope, and I always pray, that no matter who's watching me, where you're watching me, that you all have a sober rest of your life. Please reach out to me at 844-405-HELP and let me help you take your life back, and may God bless you.